Here we go. We're back. Drop my bikes off at the shop. Both of them except the dirt jumper, but it's like drizzling, kind of wet. Trying to figure out what I want to do this weekend. But with that being said, not a bad weekend to not have bikes, cause boy do we have some shit to talk about. There is stuff going on. Sorry, I'm trying to hype myself up. The rain doesn't help, but also me not having my bikes was is a fucking downer because I really want to ride. I can't do shit on the weekends, and yes, I do love watching biking for sure, but I also like riding bikes more. So that's my conundrum. And I have this. I'm going to a concert tonight in town in Portland, so it's like can't really like go to the coast and just go surfing because I'd have to come back on Saturday. Just wasn't thinking. Kind of bought these tickets in advance. They were only $37 though, so it's not like I could just ditch them. But I'm still here, so I'm figuring it out. But I'm artificially trying to hype myself up. It's not working. Fuck. Nah, we'll be good. I grabbed the paddleboard in case I wanted to go sit out on a lake somewhere, a river. That's the tough part. There really aren't any lakes around. It would have to be the river. Otherwise, I'd have to drive up to like Trillium or some shit. Whatever. Locals only. Even though this gets put out to the world. But no one watches, so it's all good. Moving on. Fuck. Got the clubs too. Maybe I'll go put in some wet some wet start a few springs. Some of my fucking divots that I'll take out of this place. I'm actually definitely gonna do that. I would love to go play some golf. Just fucking swing the clubs around. Walk like nine. Well, I wonder what walking 18 holes feels like. I actually really do want to do that. Yeah, I'm definitely going to play some golf. Got to check the weather and see when these rain spurts are. Bursts, spurts. You get it. Hourly. I'm not doing this right now. My bad. I What I want to talk about is what a great fucking start. Well, who gives a shit? No one listens anyways. Fuck you. Please be my friend. Uh, the Gotta wrap up Leogang. Gang, gang, gang. Leo gang, gang. um, Real MTB parts dropped. Props to all of those riders. That was sick. Great parts. Um, Val de Sol is coming up. It has happened. I'm uh I'm currently watching the finals. I got to Richie Rude's run like halfway through, probably like 75% of the way through his run, and was like, I gotta record my thoughts like prior to that, and then get hyped watching his stuff or watching the rest of the shit, the finals. What do we start with? Leo Gang Gang? I'm not doing that. That was a good race. I thought more about why I'm not like a big fan of the track, and it's honestly I think it's that motorway. I think that motorway just absolutely kills me. It's just so boring to watch. It's so long. The jumps are not steep. They're just like it's just like watching someone go over doubles, and they're trying to go as fast as possible, so they're not going to style it out and give something fun to watch. They just fucking keep it moving. So it's never gonna. I don't know. Yeah, it's just not interesting, which is a shame because the rest of the course looked pretty sick and usually does. Like the ending, I've always not been a fan of. It's just too bike parky. There's too many blatant bike park sections. That's what it is. It's not. It's not that it's too bike parky because I don't think that's the case. There's a wide open like European, uh, French or European like grassy section, like widely taped, off camber. Love watching that. The filming of that with a drone. What a cop out. What an absolute cop out from the UCI. I've been on people's asses about giving the UCI shit. Go ahead, pile it on, because that was a cop out. That was fucking stupid. The drone, like 200 feet above them, where I can't even fucking make out their. The point of watching this shit is to see it up close and personal, to watch the flexion of the ankles and legs and the feet of the riders as they get bounced around on these bikes and watch every part of their bodies and bikes like move in unison with one another to get them down the hill in one piece. I can't fucking see that from 200 feet above them, you pricks. Don't do that shit again. Please. God damn it. Whatever. Lost myself that. I blacked out. um yeah, I didn't like it. And but the rest of the course, like the wooded sections of that course are insane. So steep, so sick, so technical. I loved it. I loved those parts of it. Loved the grassy sections that I couldn't see. That's how I got into that. The motorway, the entrance into the motorway, like there's it. I'm fine with you traversing into like a bike park section. Whistler does it, not a problem. Val de Sol this weekend, one of the best tracks of all time, in my opinion. One of the hardest, as close to hardline as you can get for a World Cup track. Like, does like not a problem. That's in a bike park, not a problem. Poland was in a bike park, not a problem. So what is it about leogang? It's just that I don't know. It's just like yeah, it's the motorway, dude. It's like the bike park sections are too bike parky. So it is what it is. What about the race, though? What about the race? What do we have? Dude, Finn Isles, I think, got second. Loic, I think, got first. Should probably look up the. Let me pause this so I can pull up the results. All right, we got Loic Bruni first. Finn Isles second. Lachlan Stevens McNabb third. Ocean O'Callahan fourth. Benoit Coulange in fifth. So, I mean, felt pretty good about some Frenchies being up there. Finn Isles has been on a fucking heater. This it's been so not a heater, but I mean, yeah, kind of like so consistent too. With his, I think he got second in Poland. No, 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 it was only French and then Ronan. Okay, so maybe not as consistent as I thought. There's only been three races since up to Lee or two races up to Leogang, but he's doing well. I don't remember where he was sitting last year around this time, but I don't think it was with 2 seconds because I think he got second in Fort William. Either way, I mean, I could be completely fucking wrong, which would be pretty funny. So there you go. Some some fucking comedy, some laughing at me, not with me. But I thought of it, so it's also with me. Ha! Joke's on past me, not current me. Bitch! So Lockie Stevens McNabb's not Lockie Stevens McNabb. Pretty sick that he got his first podium. He's pretty young. I wonder if they say their name age in here. Year of birth. Okay. Oh, some quick maths. 2024. So he's 20. Wow, a boy. Ocean O'Callahan, just man, I did have a kind of a feeling. I think the woods were pretty, from my recollection, pretty bogged down, pretty muddy, pretty slick, I should say. So not surprised he did well. What did Ronan get? Surprised I didn't write anything down for my dog Ronan. But I don't think it was too far out. 12th, yeah. Danny Hart, 11th. Dude, let's go, boys. What do we got? Jordan Williams, 17th. Going back to the fantasy. I have Jordan Williams, who got 17th, Ronan Dunn with a 12th, Danny Hart with an 11th, Jakey Jewett, 23rd. Oh man, I can't wait to talk to about Val de Sol and watch Val de Soleil. Val de Soleil. um, yeah. What else? What else? Yeah. So that was the top five. Benoit Coulange rounded out the top five. Andreas Kolb, Andy Kolb was sixth. Lucas Shaw seventh. Lucas Shaw's been pretty decent this year. I don't remember what he was last year. Maybe I'll do some. Maybe I should write that down in my notes. Look into that. Give no one some updates, except for my fucking self. God damn, am I not? I'm reading some notes for myself. I'll finish up the top 10. Lucas Shaw was in seventh. BK was in eighth. That boy Troy was in ninth, and Thibaut Deprella in 11th. So not too shabby. Good job, boys. Um, dude, they kept showing the managers. They keep showing. Like I'm watching the Val de Sol shit. They keep showing the managers of the teams. And I feel like they are turning this into they're taking the no pun intended formula of F1 and the Drive to Survive shit and kind of trying to apply it to this. Because why else would they show the managers other than to create characters, storylines, entertainment? Like that's what it is. So in that sense, I do get it, but I'm not a fan. I think there's enough storyline in with the riders. I guess like that. Okay, I think I stumbled upon the answer. If you give people the story, if you're not as into the sport itself, mountain biking, you might not be as interested if the storylines only revolve around kind of the riders and there's not really too much like drama going on. Like you can create drama with like crashing and shit, but yeah, there isn't like I feel like with managers there's a lot more potential for, and I think I'm saying this because of some of the stuff that I think. I've never actually watched like a full season of like Drive to Survive, but I believe that there is some kind of like drama around the managers and shit. Like that's kind of their role in this. If you look at it through the lens of entertainment, like yes, they obviously some of them own the team. They are or have invested in the team or whatever's going on, but I don't feel like they provide that much. I don't know, like what's the word that I'm looking for? Technical know-how. They're just kind of there, characters. So not too big of a fan of that, but hey, if it pulls more people into the sport, maybe it's a good thing. Let's not knock it till we try it. But it's not for me. So moving on. This is all just shit that is in my brain rattling around that I have to scream into the ether. I was so unheard as a child and unseen that I now need to dump all of my excess emotions into. Actually, now that I have this fucking never ending black hole of despair and. Alright, I gotta delete that. I'm not continuing that. I saw the next couple words coming into my brain and just cut it off. That's an inside thought. Because even though this isn't a black hole, I mean this isn't technically a black hole. People do hear this. There was a thumbs up on my last video. Who the fuck is giving me a thumbs up on this? Jesus Christ. Jesus H Christ. That's what my uncle used to say. I don't know what it stood for. I don't know what the H stood for. It was funny to see the to see the riders um when they got down to the bottom of the track at leogang. There was a interviewer, and he was like asking them like, yeah, rain's on the horizon, what do we think, boys? And dude, every single British rider was stoked for the rain. Bring it on, love it, bog it down. British and Irish rider. And then they asked Andy Kolb, who was like the first non-British rider, and he was like, I wouldn't love it, basically, is what he said. And then I think maybe like one more British rider came down, same fucking answer. And then they get to Loic, Bruni, and Omri, and Loic's answer was, hell no, I wouldn't like that. Omri, fuck no. Dude, the Brits are fucking psychos. They're so fucking sick. They're disgusting. They love their bog dwellers. You watch like the 50 to 1 boys up there, and it's like any video that they've put out or like kind of filmed in like those winter months, or any of like the Scottish, like Reese Wilson put out a video one time, just riding just like chunks of mud flying up, hunks of this like boggy, peaty boggy, shout out Steve Pete, dirt and muck that's just like flying around, and they're just pumping into these turns, these like kind of gravelly, like what look like true single track trenches. They're just absolute psychos and sickos. But I thought that was hysterical to just get the exact thing that I like. I basically pick races off like nationalities and your riding conditions that you grew up in and where you'll be at at certain points in the race, which is also a really good way to do it, because then if something goes wrong, you can just be like, well, the weather, didn't really favor him. Anyone can slip out in the mud. So just built-in excuse. That's the best part. But yeah, where was I? But dude, Danny Hart's entrance into the wall ride. Fuck, I should have written down like I should write down the times of these things that I'm like seeing, but that was insane. He just the reason I'll tell you, yes, he is a two-time world champion. Uh, wears the rainbow stripes. Can wear the rainbow stripes. I don't know if he ever won a World Cup overall, but like a consistent podium contender in his heyday. The sole reason I picked Danny Hart was because of his whip in his World Championships run. The time at the bottom, yeah, was he up like 11 seconds or some insane shit like that? Maybe it was like 4, but it was an insane margin. Was he up by an insane margin in that run at some point? Yeah. Is that why I picked him? No. I picked him because of that fucking whip. It's so goddamn sick. I'm a style rat. I need it. I can't help but always pick the steezy rider over the faster one. I like racing. I like the competitiveness. But dude, you give me a whip off any day. You give me a jam format, some competitiveness. It's just like the perfect level of competitiveness. You can choose the level of competitiveness because it's a jam, really. So you bring one of your boys, and it's like you can push each other, or you can be like, I'm just chilling today. Like it's you set the tone. It's all on your terms. The road that I was going down. Nothing was ever on my terms as a child. So now, what do I crave and go towards? Just that. I need it on my terms. It's all about me. Can you tell my parents were boomers? All right, let's moving into. I'm basically just doing Tim Dillon at that point. Never mind. I'm not going down that route. But but I don't know. I hate myself. His entrance, Danny Hart's entrance into the wall ride, just absolutely sent it, dumped it in. My guy, love him. Danny Hart, forever. Love that dude. Sick to see, like I said before, Lockie Stevens McNabb. He's I man, I just didn't see him coming this year. I feel like Ronan was someone who was on my radar because of West Virginia. I think he got second last year in the last race, so definitely recency bias, maybe for sure, probably, and because also I was high on Ocean as well, who got first last year at West Virginia. Not a fan of that West Virginia course. Pretty sure I already talked about that, but yeah, just didn't really see Lockie coming down the tracks, man. Podium. Let's see if he can do it again. I'd be interested. So fucking psyched to see this Richie Rude run coming up. Dude, I can feel my energy building as the sun comes out. I'm sitting in the just like fucking downtown Portland. I'm just in my van, and so like can see sidewalk and there's like trees and stuff, but I can see like the shadows from the tree from the sun getting like stronger as the sun starts to come out, and I'm just like, fuck yes, I can be outside. Thank God. Yeah, I had to choose a van because I had to choose a van instead of a house with like tall ceilings. I was afraid I was gonna fucking hang myself. Pause. Pause. All right, I'm not deleting it. I'm not deleting. I tell myself that I'm not gonna delete stuff. I'm just gonna record, and whatever comes out comes out. Relax, everyone, chill out. It's a joke. I'm trying to I'm trying to better myself and become a better human being. I'm not gonna off myself right now. Who knows? In the future, you get to like 90 years old, don't count that shit out. It gets terrible. You're just like laying in a bed, just fucking, please kill me. You can't move. That sounds horrible. I'm trying to go out, maybe like food for a bear or something. Just rip me in half so I don't even feel it. Just crush my skull, stomp on my head. Dude, I would go out that way 10 times out of 10 rather than just slowly withering away. That would suck. Just slowly turn to dust while you're still alive. Modern medicine, baby. You can do it. But yeah, it's a fucking joke, guys. It's a joke. Relax. I'm fine. Because when you think about it, the trees are tall and they can definitely support a body. Start worrying about me when I stop joking about it. That's when you start worrying. Okay? Till then, it's all fun and games, baby. It's all fun and games. Well, that's Leah Gang. Let's see if I had anything else. Oh man, I have a huge fuck it. I'll just keep going. The the only thing that I wrote down in this note was I just put the Ale Bros. Whenever I mean, there's a lot of these tracks in Europe. A lot of like French people go to these things. I don't know what it is in other languages, but go. Like in English, it's go, 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 go. Everyone will scream, Ale, 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 Loic, Ale. And but sometimes it sounds like a fucking English person saying it. Or maybe I was watching like an American race, like maybe the Monster Energy or whatever, and it was like an American rider in America. There's no shot there's like a French person here watching this shit. And they have what they have over there. So it's like, why the fuck did I just hear the word Ale, Allez, at that race? Or maybe it was like I heard it with like an English accent. Fucking weird. I hate that shit. Just say go. Just, I mean, unless you're doing it as a joke, that is pretty funny. But it's, dude, it's so annoying. I think it's probably because they fucking win everything, so I'm just jealous. Ale, 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 ale. I hate when people do that. Maybe that's what it is. Because I see it during practice too, and I hate when Americans say this too. Go, 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 dude! It's a fucking practice run. Chill out. Just enjoy the show until the actual race run. That would be so. I'd fucking love it if a racer was just like someone was like screaming like "Go!" at the top of their lungs, and a racer just stopped and just like was like right, just had like pull was already like starting to pull over right in front of them. They was like "Go, go!" Oh shit. Yeah, okay. Hey, what's up, man? It's so fucking annoying. Fans are the worst. We suck. You know, if I ever go to those things, I'm just immediately, no, I wouldn't do that. Start screaming at the top of my fucking lungs. Dude, I wonder how much people can hear me. People like walk by. Dog just peeped in. Yo! No, didn't turn around. Yes! The sun's coming out. Thank God. Hopefully it doesn't rain more. But anyways, I might do this new thing about stopping the videos at certain segments and then like talking about the next thing and putting out another video. So there's just like numerous videos trying to play to the algorithm a bit. Whoa, priest just came out, parked outside of a church, seeking asylum. Is a homeless individual. Here's what I should do. I should close that window all the way. Hang on. Time out. All right, closed it up, and I think I was talking about splitting, playing to the algorithm a bit, and then putting out like multiple videos. I like the idea of like one video. I wonder how you do like chapters and shit. It would help me kind of try and stay on topic. Although I feel like I've done a relative thinking back, never mind, I'm not finishing that statement. All right, I'm tapping out for now on this one. Post it up. And then I got to talk about real MTB and what else? Oh, duh. Val de Sol, what I'm fucking watching. Let's go. Bye. I took a hot second to think about the words that came out of my mouth and realized that I just don't give a fuck. This is truly for me. If people latch on, find this and like it, great, sick. If not, that does not fucking matter to me. It's doesn't, I don't give a shit. This is for me. So, why the fuck would I care what the algorithm does? So, on to the next thing. What do we got? Oh, real MTB. Um, four riders? Five? Who do we got? Tom Van Steenberg, not in any order. Tom Van Steenberg, Remy Morton, Dylan Stark. Trying to do it all from memory. Matt McDuff. I think that was it. Just those four, I think. Scroll down to them. Where are they? Cade. How could I forget? My number two. Ooh, spoiler. I'm going to rank them, and it's going to be tough. Excuse me. My B. So, man, I can't put any of these at last place because it just feels like, sadly, I think I have to put maybe Matt McDuff's in last place. And I fucking love Matt McDuff. He's my, anytime I need to talk about good vibes, I'm immediately going to talk about Matt McDuff. I love everything he's doing up there at the fucking Big Air compound. The goddamn wind farm. So that hurts me, pains me to say that. But I think Dylan had some massive fucking sends. Here's the thing. I liked Matt McDuff's more, but I think riding solely based on riding, props on riding. Actually, okay, that's fair because this is the same thing happened to my one in first and second place. So overall, I mean not the exact same thing, but kind of the same idea. It was just that Dylan Stark's big hits that he put in his video made it that much better. I thought would over outweighed it so heavily. So it's like 60% their riding style, and if I like watching them ride, and then like 40% like trick, or 70-30, or 55-45, however you want to break it up. Just that, just use that analogy for this. And it was like, so if you have, fuck, how do I make this easy? So if you have like 70, like a 70-30 split, and it's weighted like you go based off score. So you got like a six. Fuck, I don't know how to do this. I'm not some goddamn math genius. I know simple maths. Um, but like if it's like 70% the rider style and 30% trick hardness, like someone doing a sick, like corked out 360, I would rate higher. I will. Like I'm gonna be a fucking judge ever. In my mind, I rate it higher than a front flip. Just because I like watching the 360 more. And it does, and the hardness of a front flip, as scary as that is, I think that the I like yeah, I would prefer a corked out three. So with that being said, it's like Dylan Stark was the front flip, but okay, yeah. So a corked out three, a front flip. But if you take that front flip and make it bigger, like say they're on the same jump, but now you put the front flip on a bigger jump, it starts maybe a steeper jump. It starts to get like any of those things. It starts to become like, well, shit, that front flip was so fucking massive. You can't not say that was better, even though the other one wasn't at all bad. So it's like that's exactly what this is I liked watching Matt McDuff's more, but Dylan Stark's massive sends. He did this fucking huge tail whip. And just like at some point the level of danger, not danger, but like the amount of like brute force you need does get to a level of like holy shit, dude. Like at some point it's like, yeah, anyone can be strong in their tricks, like and just kind of pull it out, like a tail whip and a tail whip. Like I don't know. I got off track, but you get it. You get it. Maybe you don't. I'm an idiot and I can't explain anything. But whatever. Tom Van Steenberg, some of his tricks were so sick looking. That backflip to Manny to front flip was so fucking dope. Oh my god, I can't wait to rewatch these. I've been saving them, and I was gonna rewatch them like before recording this, but I just kind of got into the flow of things. I cannot wait to go back and watch these. That's the thing. I don't really feel the need to go back and watch Dylan Stark's. I will because it's a minute and 30 seconds. But that's where I'm like, oh man. But some of his shit was just so fucking massive. Matt McDuff also, I kind of like Brandon Semenuk. I think did this tail whip to off like a ramp into a natural like quarter pipe. And Matt McDuff recreated that at his compound, gave props to Semenuk, but it was still just like goddamn Semenuk's was just so cool. I feel like you can't try and recreate it unless you're gonna do it just as cool, if not try and make it cooler. It was just like a yeah, it's just it was just like oh yeah, because Seminux was like holy shit, and it was in a cooler spot. a natural feature that he built up. You just can't can't beat it. Can't top that with just a normal jump into a, like a man-made feature in my eyes, in my eyes. So knocked a couple pegs for that, but overall, Matt McDuff, I love you. Please don't get mad at me. Um, yeah, Tom Van Steenberg. Some of it, dude, his fucking what is that? Uh, bone drop, bone. I don't know, whatever it is. It's like a you hop on the bike, um, like off a drop, land, and keep riding out. Dude, he crashed so hard in the opening scene. Holy shit. But his, yeah, it was a clear number three because, or number two because 1A and 1B, Remy Morton, Cade Edwards. Cade Edwards style, and then also trick level. Holy shit. So sick. Because Remy Morton didn't do any tricks, I don't think. Some like, basically just like a BMXer that accidentally got handed a mountain bike. And like his shit was definitely cool, but it was just man, it's his style and the jumps and the I was talking to my buddy uh or a friend that I made mountain biking and he was like, "Yeah, the Remy's video made me feel something." And I was like, or maybe he didn't, maybe that's what I said, but he was like gave me the feels or yeah, maybe he said whatever, but it was like made me feel something. And that was like that just rang true because it was like, yeah, Cade's was the music, the camera work, just everything about it, the story that it told, like in a minute and 30 seconds it was able to tell a story. I think that's kind of what was intriguing to me was that they were given such a short amount of time and were still able to bring out these emotions other than just oh shit. That's but even still it was like yeah, you're showing off your bike control while also giving me a story while also telling me a story too. So that was pretty neat. That was really fucking cool. So that's why I think his is number one for me. Cade's number two. Tom Van Steenberg number three. And that might be biased, but Cade's three whip into like this Oppo three off the drop into that fucking sketch run out. Not sketch, but spicy run out into that catch berm. That was wild. That was pretty sick. But yeah, that was Tom Van Steenberg number three, Dylan Stark number four, Matt McDuff rounding it out number five. But Jesus Christ, they're all number one in one way or another. Loved it, loved it, absolutely loved it. What else we got? What else we got? Oh, Crankworks Innsbruck Slopestyle I think is going on today. I'm gonna watch that soon. I do. There's so much biking to watch. That's why I should still be hyped up, but I just can't not be outside. It just sucks. I gotta be doing something. So I started watching Speed and Style. Not bad. Cool to see. I realize now what Crankworks is doing is, and they've probably been doing this the whole time, and I just like I am just now realizing what they're doing, and giving the local talent spots to like kind of come up, show some face, get in at these like they're creating like almost like a minor league for the UCI, which I don't hate. Like a lot of these like feeder series is is definitely pretty sick. The Monster uh Energy or the Monster Downhill series, and then Red Bull Crankworks is like that's pretty sick. IXS Cup. So like there's been these events around, but definitely seeing more of them. Like to see Crankworks kind of it's weird because I associate the name Crankworks with Whistler and the biggest kind of mountain biking event of the year. So it's weird to see, and I know they've been doing Rotorua, Innsbruck for a while now, and they've been expanding it. I just like haven't paid as much attention, I guess. So now I'm just like coming to terms with the fact that Crankworks is technically like to have it's like having the World Series and then in the same fuck, I'm trying to think of it's like it would be like if a if like the trying to think of like a minor league baseball series or team like it would be like if the feeder team to to the AAA ball is hosting the World Series and then all their other games are like one of their games gets the attention of the World Series like the World Series does and then all the other ones are just like normal just local kind of like slowed like low key events. Like the slope style, yeah, but not the rest of it. It's just like, yeah, it's interesting. And even with like slope style, I don't know. I do kind of feel that way. Like it's kind of been it's been watered down almost by these additional stops, kind of. But nah, the Whistler slope style always gets sick, sick attention. Something about the nostalgia of like Seminuk and Reeder, Zink being in there. Who else? McCall, Cam McCall. I mean Tyler McCall too. At certain points, just like these, and then maybe it was because they were like it was early enough on in the sport where things were just being new things were being unlocked at every turn, and now the riders are having to find more like ways to differentiate themselves. Like you can't just keep progress comes in different forms. So it's like you can't just keep going bigger. You can, then you're just Nikolai Ragakin. So it's tough to keep progressing and just keep going bigger as opposed to getting more technical. So like later on, the tricks started kind of like dying down. Like new tricks kind of stopped being like, all right, someone hit a double backy and they were like, all right, what else is there to do? Like no one's done a double front, and that's because it's like it's just so dangerous at that point. And so like you start doing like opposites, like Seminuk, ML Johansson was like very big on opposite tricks because that's tough, like riding switch. So it's finding ways to progress like that. And now you have to really pay attention to the nuance of their riding. So it's like, well, that just looked like a normal run, but it was like, well, he did everything oppo. Like every spin was the opposite direction of what it normally is. Every tail whip was the opposite direction of what it normally is. Like that's it. Basically, like he played an entire. I keep going to baseball because it's just the easiest one. Everyone throws the ball. It would be like if you played an entire baseball game with your left hand, like throwing with your left hand as opposed to your right. That'd be insane. So, but like kicking a ball, I don't know. It's not the same. I feel like kicking a you can tell I'm American because not everyone kicks a ball, but I bet everyone else is like, yeah, just use soccer as an example. Whatever, throwing a ball, dog. Let's play some catch. So, Crankworks. the I watched a good amount of the speed and style. I would say a fair amount of the speed and style. So these riders are pretty fucking good. I think a local kid won, so that was nice to see. Um, but I didn't watch like too deep in depth. Wasn't too deep in depth. I didn't watch too in depth. Like, just kind of kept it moving. Trying to be more selective with my time. There's just a lot of shit going on in my life right now, from what it feels like. So. just like making decisions on time spent is important. Um, and then the dual slalom course, I think Europe is so fucking interesting. So I wanted Innsbruck to be better than Cairns, but dude, I don't know. I'm just like it started off okay, but it just feels like so short. The Cairns one was definitely, I don't know. Yeah, neither one I'm stoked about. We'll put it that way. Come on, do better. UCI, don't pull that fucking drone shit. Crankworks, invest a little bit more money into your into your tracks and pay the riders. Come on. Doesn't money just grow on trees? What the fuck? So, yeah, there you go. My economic plan to fix Crankworks and UCI. Just spend more money, guys. Come on. Just throw money at the situation. Also, capitalism isn't the best thing, and I'm a fucking moron. So don't listen to this. Everyone turn this off. That's my key. That's my cue to exit stage right. Whatever the fuck that means. I think that's what they say. You get it. NBA finals just happened. I won't get too into that, but I did watch the highlights. Holy shit, they got blown out. The Celtics got blown out. The Mavs held on for one game. I do think, though, this is where the Celtics come back and go, all right, well, we were playing with our food, so. Because I don't know what happened. It'd be interesting to go back and watch it with like announcers, but I can't find like a illegal stream replay. I can only watch it live. I wish I'd watched that. But I really thought the Celtics were just gonna fucking put them away. But then I like later on in the highlights, I like didn't see Tatum or Brown, so I was like, what the fuck's going on? Boy Pritchard was getting some fucking buckets though. Showed up on some of the highlights. That a boy. No half court shot basically. No logo three from Peyton though. Unfortunately in this game. Yeah, can't. I wonder what the. I want the Oilers to fucking pick their shit up. God damn, the Panthers are smothering them. 5 p.m. tonight they play. This is Saturday, the June 15th. The June 15th. They don't play till. Oh man, they don't play till Monday. The Mavs and the Celtics. They don't play till Monday. So I got nothing tomorrow. Maybe I'll watch. I remember watching the fuck, what is it? It's literally the True Detective. It's like any it's what every it's like the I don't know. I think I don't know. I don't know. I do think it's a good TV show. It was it's like one of those things where it's like, holy shit, this is crazy. And then like you look back on it and it's like, oh, it's every like conspiracy theorist. Like that's just what it was just like the new thing at the time. So that's I think where it gets all this hype and like I feel like as people just like with like Friends, everyone's like, "Oh my God, Friends is so fucking good. I love Friends. Shaped a generation." And now we look back on it and it's like, "What the fuck is this? This is so stupid." I feel like the same thing is going to be for The Office. What else? MASH. It's like, what the fuck? This is terrible. Just like as things progress. So I feel like that's what it's. I don't even remember what the fuck I was talking about. God damn it. I just got on to TV shows. Time out. True Detective. That's what I was talking about. God damn it. But I gotta stop fucking doing that. But it's my TV shows. True Detective. I watched like the second season, but had like no fucking clue what it was about. Didn't really understand it. Was like, wait, so it's just some the 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 trippiness and like horrific nature of the murderer. I think like finding his dad in the first season and being like, what the fuck is going on? Like it was very much. I feel like that was more. Although there is like you can put like parallels to like the what is that? Like QAnon or whatever. I think it's like pedophilia and shit like that. Like having that like a ring of like politicians or whatever. Like that's kind of like more. It's like there are like similarities, I think, but it's it feels more removed. Whereas this like I think the second season was like this this is like bohemian whatever. It's like wait, there's politicians in masks having like sex with hookers. That's just normal. Like it wasn't like the big reveal at the end was just like I feel like it's really not okay to fuck kids. It's yeah, it just wasn't like I maybe that's where it's like I feel like prostitution should just be fucking legal. Like, don't tell people what they can and can't do with their body if they want to monetize it in whatever way. Well, like, why do you get to determine what, like, how they can monetize their labor? Hey, if you want to go die in a mine for me, that's cool. But if you want to sell your body for sex, that's not cool. If you want to use your body for what I want, then that's okay. But if you want to use your body for what you want, we're gonna have fucking problems. Made it just always made no fucking sense to me. Things that don't make sense to me. That'll be a fucking topic. Another dude, another thing that never made sense to me was people getting upset at I'm not gonna do it, I'm not gonna do it, but doing accents. I listened to Matt and Shane's secret podcast, so they got fucking they got busted doing doing Asian accents, and I can't help but laugh. It's so funny. But on the same with the same thing, if you do a French accent, I fucking will die laughing as well. That's so fucking funny to me. An Italian accent, a bibbity bobbity, Mario and Luigi. Like, all right, I mean, I'm cool with not doing with only having some accents. Dude, if you give me a French, if you let me do a French accent and an Italian accent, I mean, I'll be good. I wish I had more in the quiver that I could pull out. But you know, I'll stick with what I have, what I can do, with what I'm allowed. I won't push the topic. Won't look a gift horse in the mouth. But yeah, just another thing I never understood. Oh, oui, oui. I am French. I am a stinky Frenchman. Dude, that's hysterical. What else? Things that grind my gears. There's a segment. Oh boy. Now we're getting into podcasting. Segment talk. Jesus fuck. All right, I'm turning this off. I'm not doing that. Well, not turning it off, but you get it. I'm moving on. I gotta still talk about Val de Sol. So we got, dude. This track is definitely. I think I said it earlier. I hope I didn't already talk about this. Oh well, fucking tap out now if you haven't already. You should definitely have. Val de Sol is like the track that was on the closer end of Hardline, like closer to Hardline in the sense of it just being an absolute brute. The G outs, the holes, there's like it's tough. There's not a lot of flow, so it takes a ton of fucking energy to create flow. It was interesting. I was thinking about last year's run and how I mean when you think of like a brutish track, a bit like kind of a big track, like heavy compressions, steep shit, carrying speed. I personally think of heavier, bigger riders. Turns out Jackson Goldstone is not that. He's like this light, poppy, playful, kind of like bounces around onto shit, off of shit rider. And I think he did pretty. If he didn't win it, he was really fucking close to it last year. Did well, I think, I believe. So, which was surprising. So then I'm thinking like, okay, well, does that mean larger riders maybe aren't going to do as well this at this race? And I don't think that's the case either. I think it really is just like who can fucking hold on, who's got the stamina compared with the proper approach to like mediating the amount of like arm pump and leg pump you're going to get from this with balancing the amount of like the or balancing the type of riding style that you have. Like I mean, like I was thinking, okay, so who's big riders that might not do well here? Amory qualified first, I think. I'm pretty sure he qualified or semis got first. So, all right, so it's like it's just like with the French and British riders and riders out in California, like dry, like there are things that maybe you can point to and be like, ah, yes, okay, hindsight 2020, that makes sense why that rider did well, or but when it comes down to it, you have no fucking clue. So who do I think is going to do well here? I mean, I'm watching finals right now, and it's like rainy, so wet. So I mean, take Ronan, Ocean, Danny Hart, my boys, my dogs. So I thought Jake would do. I guess I can say I think Jake qualified or got semis at like 31st or 21st maybe. So I mean, in my mind, I'm thinking he could do well. This track reminds me of the Whistler DH course, but even on more steroids. Maybe not. It's definitely as steep in some sections, but yeah, carrying speed is just a big key, a big part of this. So yeah, I could see Jake doing pretty well, top 20. Um, Lucas Shaw, I could see doing well in this. Just powerful fucking rider. Loic, obviously. Finn, obviously. But yeah, I guess like, the usual suspects. So this is gonna be interesting, and I don't know if I don't know if I'll tack it on to the end of this and talk about it afterwards, or if I'll just save that for maybe like that and slope style for next week and to start talking about that. Because, man, this track is crazy. Definitely one of the more, it's a big boy track, but not actually, though, because JG getting to it last year. So that'll be sick to watch. Okay, I'm going to finish this up. I'm rambling now. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. Bye.